What's up, YouTube? Back again for another work in progress. I believe this is number 7, and tonight's topic will be how we did the I guess you would call this the ankles. Should have already showed you guys this, but these guys have actually hit primer stage 1 and have been sanded. Like I said, I'm still fitting, but these are looking pretty good. I'm actually happy with the way these are turning out, because I remember mentioning back when I was talking about, let's see, the legs and the cylinders again. We have that brass rod that I was using for them, and cut a 24mm long brass rod, and I did a few, and I got some here showing a couple extras. I was farting around at work, and I said, why not cut them here? Got everything I needed at work anyways, and took them to the machine shop and grinded them down nice and good. So they're not exactly 24mm, but they're pretty close. So I mean, I was using my digital calipers here. These have been the savior of this build, I'll tell you that much, because there's a lot of things you need to measure and know how thick they are, how thin, and how long. So long story short, here are the ankles with the cylinders in, and yes, they can move in and out. I'll demonstrate that some other time, but here we are. I think they turned out pretty well and hardly any problems, which I'm happy about. So they'll look good once they're installed. But yeah, that's where we're at for today, and we'll get back with some more work in progress later on. What's up, guys? Back for some more work in progress, and we're basically jumping over back to the arms again. We have both left and right arms snap fitted, and you won't hear me complaining about them tonight. I already did enough whining in the last video, and basically we're trying to work the hands into play here. You got 2 ball joints, and we want them to fit. Basically the hands will just flop around inside the 2 sockets, so we'll just try to strengthen them up by putting some Tamiya epoxy putty around the ball joint of the wrist. And if it doesn't fit, of course it probably won't fit immediately, so what we'll do is we'll sand it down, and basically all you do is you take 2 parts of the putty and knead them into a ball or whatever you want to. You just work it till it becomes one color, and it's yours to basically do whatever you want with. Pretty good stuff. So maybe tomorrow we'll see how we do with the hands and how they fit, but one way or another they're going in there. I'm gonna make it work. So we'll get back to some more work in a little bit, see what else we got tinkering around with. So thanks for sticking around. See you in a little while. What's up, guys? Steve back again for work in progress 7. As you can see, we have the frame assembled, not fully all the way together, but there are a couple things that just need to be worked on. Finally manned up and did the shoulders right here, slammed the 1/8" rod through the side so they're both connected, puttied up the socket area so they're nice and tight fit, and so it's really strengthened it up and sturdied it up nice and good. The arms went together pretty hard, and I was bitching and complaining, but got them done. And the only thing is I don't have the joint or the gears in the shoulder pieces right now, for the sake of being able to disassemble it easier and for further priming. As you can see, well, I probably can't see, but the legs have been through stage 1 primer. The Krylon primer that Matt Morozek suggested, it worked pretty good. It had its moments where it decided it would like to spit at me because it's a spray can, and those things are finicky and they do whatever they want. So, but a little sandpaper fixed that right up, and actually kind of like that primer. Filled in the gaps and the uneven surfaces real well. Sanded them back down and primed them a couple times actually with this Krylon. So gave it a 600 grit sand after each. Oh no, only those areas that I didn't like the way it turned out with the primer. So far so good, but we need to work on joining the torso to the legs. Right now it's just kind of sitting there right now, but I got to come up with something. I'm kind of got an idea, but I'm not so sure how it's going to work yet, and hopefully I'll get around to doing that now, because I'm like I said, sometimes I get to be a little procrastinator, just kind of sit and stare at it. But we'll get to it. things are starting to move along real good and come together, so I'm getting kind of excited. Hard work has been paying off, and it's starting to look pretty good. What do you guys think so far? Throw a comment in there. Let me know what you think, man. I really appreciate everybody watching. You guys keep it going. Thanks for supporting the channel and everything. Still need to pin the hands, well, mostly the fingers and the thumb. But yeah, everything else came out pretty good, which would be easy, not too hard to do. And also one more section on the legs that need to be pinned is this section right here. We'll slam a brass rod in between there and a couple more in the back, so it'll be strengthened in 3 different areas. So the legs will be nice and sturdy. Movement on the legs are pretty good too. A lot better than the arms. So that's where we're at with the build, and hopefully we'll have a new update coming pretty soon. Maybe we'll see this guy with the outer armor on, because that's where we're going to next. We'll start test fitting the outer armor, sanding it down, and basically cleaning that up. And I'm actually happy because the outer armor was not nearly, or actually I could say it was cast very nice. Hardly any cleanup. I'm gonna have to do just a couple, pour marks on the parts, which is, I guess, standard with resin. So I can't really complain. That's where G-System gets its good name, is the outer casting. I guess they could get away with some of the bad casting on the frame, but to me that's not cool, because you need your skeleton in order to make the whole kit. So if that thing lacks, then the whole kit's gonna lack. So that's my opinion. So also just want to say shout out to the Mac Forum. Thanks guys, you guys have been cool, always checking out the work and supporting. And also to a fellow YouTuber, Cam, what up, homie? Gotta say shout out to my boys. Alright guys, thanks for watching the page, and throw a comment in there. Like to hear from you guys. I really like hearing from you guys, so thanks again. Later.